Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good.
How's been your day?
Ugh, Mondays are not very good for me.
Same.
I find a way to procrastinate on Mondays. I don't know what it is. Just can't do it.
So I just put in like the calendar like late start. That's what I put. I was like, I'm not even gonna try and polish it. It's a late start. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'd rather just not work at all, to be honest. I'm trying to work Tuesday to Thursday and call it a week.
That is it. That is the way.
So tell me about this new project.
Yeah. So it's by Caramel Rock, and they are a charity that kind of helps support like young adults, young people on kind of giving them the skills to kind of pursue fashion design or like just the fashion experience, whether it's pattern cutting or like just teaching them simple skills in like photoshopping, draping, and all these other things. So they kind of help to intervene with mainly like students who are struggling within like school, who are like level of being excluded or kind of like dropping out. So they kind of intervene. But also if you're interested in like knowing about fashion design, then you can just also kind of go to them and they can give you like free courses and things. Obviously with the pandemic, a lot of the things have gone online.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of just approached me to help them kind of start off a podcast because I'm great at my podcast, which I'm not. But I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. I'm going to help you guys start off a little pilot series. So I've just kind of been emailing people and kind of thinking of people who might be good to kind of share their story and also just give insight of the industry, so then also their students and their listeners can kind of like know more and help them kind of start this podcast. So I thought of you because I thought what you're doing is great, and also remembered how you kind of in the long term is all what you want to do. So I thought it'd be good because then you can tell people about you right now, and then as they're kind of like babying and developing in the industry, they can be like, oh yeah, I can go to a specialist.
That'd be great. I'm in for whatever. If it means
amazing
supporting.
Thank you.
You know, up and coming.
And just a heads up, it is like volunteering in kind. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Cool. So the structure of this podcast is a little bit different to mine. So there's going to be visual and audio. So we're going to do a one to go on like the podcast platforms and one to go on YouTube. So it's going to be like, it's great because my lighting right now is rubbish. I'm going to find another room, but your lighting looks great. So like that little setup is perfect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then let me just get a document because I'm trying to do word notes as well. So then it'll just be good for them because obviously, I don't know, just good track record. But anyways, so for our into our conversation, it's going to go from like an intro of who you are, maybe a little bit of like what you do, and then we're going to choose like a topic to kind of like talk about. And on your side, because like
what sort of topic?
You're running a business. So like that's what we can discuss here today. So either it's like running a business or like manufacturing or production, but also I think it'd be good to talk about like building client rapport. Like that's important. Like as a designer, we need to like have that relationship with our manufacturers and people that are making our garments. It's not always just like I have this beautiful drawing and I'll make it. You know what I mean? Like so that might be a good point to talk about. But if you had any other kind of like ideas of what you wanted to had in mind or want to talk about, then we can.
I think those are good profit topics because you know they're the main ones really. So I think you've got good topics so far.
Cool. I
think actually one important one is the approach. What you need to have before you approach a manufacturer. I think that one's really important.
Yeah.
Or a manufacturer or an atelier. Either way, what you need to have and what both would expect. Because a manufacturer is not necessarily going to expect the same thing as an atelier.
And you kind of do both, isn't it? So,
yes, exactly. So we can work from anything.
Amazing. I'm still struggling to find the note. Okay.
Who else is going to be on board, actually?
So at the minute, I've spoken to a alumni from Caramel Rock, just to kind of help give an insight on what it was like for him, and he also then kind of from that created his own brand.
Okay.
So just kind of talking to him, but also I'm trying to get some people who are doing some things in sustainability, so upcycling and reworking things, and also another brand. They're sustainable because they just like do knitwear, but their focus in like is on visibility and making sure like the knitwear that you wear, you can be seen in the dark, but also like health safety. So that's kind of that. And then we're trying to reach out to people who are like in the magazine side as well. So how people can approach, how designers can like organize themselves so they can be approachable to magazines and stylists and things like that.
Right.
So right now it's still very like,
right,
emailing people and be like, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
Are you interested in? But
just trying to think if I know.
Sorry.
Just trying to think if I feel like I have some magazine-wise that I could forward to you. But she's a stylist, so I know that she's going to be very hectic. I spoke to her recently, and she was very hectic, so I'm not sure.
Oh, that sounds good. I have spoken to Felicia Brown, so I've emailed her. Hopefully she could get in touch, but we'll see because she's a stylist as well.
Okay.
But what was the name of your stylist?
Shit. 1 second.
It's alright if you can't remember. It's fine.
Yeah, I must find it now. Her name is Mariam.
Wow, okay. Because I think it'd be good to kind of get a bit of diverse in terms of like not just designers.
Yeah.
But like the problem that I'm now having is like the majority of the people I'm speaking to are women. So I'm like, where are these guys at?
Now that you've presented me with this information, I can sort of think if I know anyone that would be
amazing. Thank
great
you.
to be on board.
Because the only person is the guy that's the alumni, and that's the only guy. And I'm just like, I know people are just like, oh yeah, you know, female equality, la la la. But I'm thinking like, everybody that I know is female. What's the problem? Like, should be male equality out here right now. But yeah. So I found the thing. So with that, are you? Because it's going to be on Zoom and I'm going to take the audio from. Well, I'm going to record on my end as well, and if you could record on your end on your phone for audio, it's just then the quality is good.
Yeah.
And then the Zoom will just be Zoom. But with that, once it goes on YouTube, we're going to have a thumbnail. So, are you happy for me to use a screenshot of our conversation, or would you rather I use an image that you provide beforehand?
What's everyone else doing?
Their own image, because sometimes, you know, Zoom is a bit...
Yeah, okay, we're going to do our own image then. I wasn't going to want to be the odd one out.
No, but it's fine, because I've seen, like, there's some, like, YouTube channels that's just, like, you can tell, like, it's the same... It's a screenshot of the day,
right,
like, within the conversation. But some other ones are just, like, images that they've taken beforehand. But I don't know what I'm trying to go with the feel. Because I feel like an image of, because I'm like interviewing, I think I should change the picture all the time, like in corresponding to who I'm talking to.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's like, if you give me an advanced picture, then I should just use the same image of my own advanced picture. So I don't know,
You can use my image, it's fine. Yeah, that'd probably be better.
Yeah. So in the email, when I send with like the questions and things, if you could send me one back of the picture, that'd be lovely.
Okie doke.
And we haven't really figured out the ins and outs, but one thing that came up was in terms of like just building energy and momentum for like the podcast is doing maybe some IGTV.
Meeting after meeting. I have another one in 45 minutes. So go. I don't know what it is about Mondays. I just can't do it. So that was a call about a podcast that I'm going to be featured on to discuss fashion and production and how it all works, how to approach ateliers or manufacturers, and yeah, all that jazz. Just a bunch of FAQs. About to watch some nanny show whilst we wait for this client to come. What shall we watch? Ways to teach children patience. Let's have a gand. This is my cousin. Go ahead and support her. She gives you tips and tricks on nannying children. On the news and that.
Britain formally left the EU a year ago, but it was only last month that it came out of the key economic institutions, the EU single market and customs union. It was a pivotal moment of change for businesses on both sides, and just days ahead of the deadline, Britain and the EU did manage, as we all know, to seal an agreement, but it has not been, well, really plain sailing for many. Now, as a UK citizen, you need a visa if you want to go to the EU for any for being with us. But is an international nanny who joins us to travel frequently for their jobs. Shada Lambert is an international nanny.
Wait. What did she call you? Whoa.
Being able to travel frequently for their jobs. Shada Lambert is an international nanny.
Shada Lambert. That's a new one.
And he joins us from South East London. Thank you so much for being with us. Tell me how your occupation has been affected by Brexit.
Okay, so I'm an international nanny as well as a childcare expert, and I offer online services, and also I travel all over the world delivering childcare services to different families. How that's affected me is I now need a work visa, which I didn't need before. In the nanny industry, it's very common to have a quick turnover, so I could interview on a job on Friday, Saturday I'm flying out. And now, with the visa put in place, it could take anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks. Sometimes, some countries actually, when I was checking out the research, 8 months it can take to get a visa. And so that's going to be very difficult now for British nannies to go abroad and work in the EU.
Shada, I suppose that many people watching this are saying we're not going to be going anywhere in the middle of a pandemic, right? So all your international travel has come to a grinding halt. So how can you really means test the system right now?
Because I'm a nanny mentor, and I have many nannies that I'm mentoring that have worked throughout the pandemic, and for work purposes, if they're working for key workers and doctors that need to travel as well, that need to bring their nanny, so it affects them as well.
What is going to be the options then, do you think?
Bonjour. Oh shit. Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot.
Yeah, go ahead. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
You okay?
Leaving my house was particularly taxing today.
Why?
So I was setting the alarm for the first time.
You was what?
Setting the alarm. House alarm.
Oh, because no one's home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
what's her face?
Mona,
Yeah.
her mum's.
Look who it is.
Hey! But yeah, I'm just like,
What's in the pipeline for today?
how many meeting do we have?
What?
We've got a meeting later.
No. Do you want to come to the camera? Should we just speak to the camera?
What am I gonna say? On the famous couch.
The famous one.
Couch. Remember?
Oh yeah.
The famous video. Have you spoken to Lauren?
I meeting with Ed today.
That is the meeting.
Huh?
That is the meeting.
Oh, is that what I was saying before?
Look, I'm not meeting. I didn't say that.
Yeah, okay. Meet with Lauren at 12.
Here or in the studio?
Oh, just a video call. Zoom in.
Okay.
Yesterday had the meeting with Charlie Wally. They're the same. And we had to choose another colour because the colour he wanted in the book wasn't available. So we chose another colour. What else? Debbie called me yesterday, said she's going to paint. So we're waiting for that.
What should we call her in the end?
She went for 50 in the end.
Oh,
So her order isn't that much. It's like obviously, I mean, what's our profit from that? Isn't that much. And then Charlie's about to place his third order. Yeah.
Third?
Third.
Which one was the second?
He's got on reorder of the tracksuits.
Okay.
And then the third would be
Charlie just funding our whole lives.
I know, right?
Down, kid.
short slash sweater. That's his next job. It's a set. So we're doing a set in brown and a set in grey.
How cute.
So that's what I want Victor to work on. I was going to get you to work on it, but because the grading part, I didn't want us to get lost.
Oh yeah.
So I thought, let me just give it to Victor. He would do that, but it would have been so much. That would have been a really good test for you. But once we have all the catalogue, graded patterns and stuff, I'm going to just try it then. But that would have been a really good one for you to do, because what we're doing is we're using his tracksuit pattern to produce his shorts and sweater. All that's changing for the bottoms is just going 10 inches on the inside leg.
10 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all that's changing on the hoodie is removing the hoodie, removing the kangaroo pocket, and we're inserting a ribbing. But of course it's a hoodie neckline, so what I need to get Victor to do is add some so that we can test it. I need to test it, and that's why I asked to bring the fabric.
Okay.
We need to quickly test, see if it's okay, and then he will grade it, and then that'll be ready.
Did you make this?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh, I need to tie something as well off camera. Very weird. I really like this, by the way.
Thanks, Charlie Shop. I almost put
Really?
it. I almost
So
put it
they're
back
from there?
to Charity. I don't know. I think Zara.
Oh yeah, it is. Wow. Why would you throw this away? Unless you put on weight or something.
But at some point I was gonna throw it away as well
Why?
because it fit weird. Well, I thought it fit weird.
Maybe they thought that as well. What is it? Is it bias cut?
Everything, yeah, was like.
I don't know how I
Bias.
feel about bias cut stuff. It looks good on, but I don't know if I could wear it.
Not with your big titties.
I know. Oh god, it would have
Just
disgusting.
Yeah.
I like it. Imagine it was an all-in-one.
Right.
That would be cute.
Like at first I thought like the person had
She
cut
had
all
to.
these. But then I realized I think it would be.
Coot. Next, Felicia. We're going to start putting all our patterns together now and preparing it for sampling. I might actually need you to try her stuff on, just because not all of them have.
I didn't mind the shorts. Delicious. Oh.
No, you did. I've got all her stuff here. Remember Kaya tried it all on?
No, the women's one. No, the shorts.
Oh.
I did those after. Didn't I? I did.
Oh, it's fine. You don't need those. They don't have a logo on anyway.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I don't need it. I've got the pattern, so it's fine. Because we're digital now.
Oh yes, I was like, damn.
So yeah, we're gonna start putting all that together. And making sure everything's lit. You on the floors?
It's so warm.
Yeah, it is warm. I want everyone like, I put my foot down. So you're gonna go through all her patterns, make sure it's all labelled and stuff. What I need you to do actually in PadShare is create a nice little system, because I think at the moment it's a bit messy.
Yeah.
It needs to be clear that as soon as we go in, we've got catalogue and client. When we go into catalogue, it'll be men's, women's. Go into men's, you'll see all the styles. And spice, and the same with the women's eventually when we start it. We now need to start making sure we're using PadShare and stuff, and what I'm actually going to try and do, because remember we're having an issue with Andy accepting multiple files and one file with all the sizes in.
Oh yes.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. And then Victor had to one time
Separate
all of
yeah.
them.
Okay, so that I'm still trying to find a solution to that, because that would become expensive for me, because Victor's gonna charge me per file.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking to do is, if we have everything in our PadShare, I'm hoping that Andy can just log in
And access from
and
there.
access it from there. I've currently asked him what his plotter is that he's using, because there's a list of plotters that's compatible with it.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if they can log in and simply just print it out. I'm hoping that works. If not, I don't know. We're gonna have to. I don't know what we're gonna do.
One day it's gonna forget to log out. I'm like, can you log out?
Yeah. So then, yeah, I'm gonna have to keep saying every time you use it,
Log
make
out.
sure you log out.
I'm like, nah, your boy. He
Yeah.
needs to log out right now.
And then Debbie, she has just messaged me actually. Oh, she's telling me what sleeve. So raglan sleeve. Perfect. Thank you. And then we'll print out Debbie. No, what I want you to do is actually make Debbie's pattern based on the notes, and then we can print it out. You can take that home, and then that will be your next job.
What notes?
Like, as in like the style she wants to go for. So it's gonna be based off our catalogue, oversized raglan, but then you're gonna adjust it based on hers, what she wants. So, for example, she wants the back to be a bit 3 inches longer or something in the front.
Oh yeah.
But also you can try the twirl on, so you can see how long it is and stuff,
And then
do whatever you think.
okay.
Does that make sense? Obviously it's guessing at this point,
Yeah.
but you still can make good guesses based off the twirl. And then I still need to scan in the rest of the catalogue stuff. I haven't had a chance to do that. So I think we're going to do things together up until we can't. So we're going to start with Butt Lady. You're going to do that panel. Whilst you're doing the panel, I'm going to start blue tacking the rest of the pieces so that it's ready to be scanned.
Stop. Okay, what's the off camera thing?
Off camera.
Yeah, you were telling me a story off camera.
So,
What's it on camera?
sorry, this is not for you guys.
Good, it's good, but I know there's like newer ones that are out, but I just thought.
Are you going to get brand new or second hand?
Second hand, yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to go more into directing and stuff, so I
Okay.
don't necessarily want. I know that Sony is a better camera than what I had, so I have that, and then to use like when I'm filming or whatever, and then
Yeah.
soon.
Okay.
use it.
Well, hopefully we pay you enough to be able to get one.